under a Civil Rights Act. A Civil Rights Act? What could be fairer?
I suspect that better men than the world has known, and more of them, have gone to their death through a legal system than through all the illegalities in the history of man. 6 million people in Europe during the Third Reich, legal. Sacco Vanzetti, quite legal. The Haymarket defendants, legal. The hundreds of rape trials throughout the South, where black men were condemned to death, all legal. Jesus, legal. Socrates, legal. And that is the kaleidoscopic nature of what we live through here and in other places. Because all tyrants learn that it is far better to do this thing through some semblance of legality than to do it without that pretense.
You probably in your local hometown.
More violence in Somalia. Now this is according to an ex-spy chief. This is Garow, eonline.com, G-A-R-O-W, eonline.com, Mogadishu, Somalia, former senior intelligence chief, claimed that 370 Somali soldiers had been killed in Ethiopia, where they were secretly ferried to fight alongside the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, who has been battling with Tigray People's Liberation Front. Without giving substantive evidence, Abdilsalam Guled, who served as the Deputy Chief of National Intelligence Security Agency, NISA, said Somalia has borne the brunt of the Tigray War, based on his investigations and correspondences with senior Ethiopian security officers. He's part of the intelligence agency, or he was the deputy chief. He wouldn't know. And so he's saying that there's been this war that's going on in Ethiopia, and the president of Somalia, Mohamed, so old Mohamed, old Eminem, right? Mohamed, he is sending Somali soldiers out and about, and apparently either he doesn't know where they were or he's denying that any of this has taken place. And there was another article that said that this is him sending soldiers all over the place. It's a kind of human trafficking. And so you have all these soldiers, right, 370 Somali soldiers who've been killed in Ethiopia, because they're fighting this war, and so Somalia was going to lend Ethiopia a hand. I could see all this happening. So this is just a report, right? This is just words on a page online, GarowEonline.com. And then they're claiming that it was this guy that said it. But the English words that I am reading is saying that this is bad for the elections. This is bad for the elections. You got tensions between Somalia and Kenya already. You just had 9 people that was killed in the terrorist attack at the Mogadishu's Africa Hotel. So you're having all these flare-ups. You're having, Kenya, Somalia. You're having Mogadishu. You're having, apparently President Mohamed is sending a shit ton of troops all over the place in Ethiopia to fight a war against the Tigray people. Who in the hell are the Tigray people? Are they even good or bad? So there's a lot of violence. Elections for Somalia are in 4 days. 4 days. So some of those things don't bode so well, but the other things, there's some good things. 2 good things. All 5 federal states of Somalia have sent election commissioners. There was some question of whether Jubaland and Puntland will participate. Puntland is the corner, that corner right there to Somalia. So Jubaland and Puntland are going to participate, so that means all 5 federal states are going to be a part of this election coming up February 8th. It's not universal suffrage, so it's hard to get too excited about this damned election, but Somalia's had peaceful transfer of power since 2000, and they were the first nation to actually have the first democratically elected president who stood down when he wasn't, re-elected, which, with Donald Trump and his big lie, and the big lie he's still carrying on today, he's probably going to carry it on for the rest of his life. It was stolen. I tell you, it was stolen. If you actually won the presidency, why'd you stand down? So, yeah, you gotta hey, Somalia, get rid of your president, Mohamed. He's fucking awful. He's absolutely terrible. What bodes well for Somalia, you've had a long history of democracy. They were the first ones, to do democracy. There was, all 5 federal states have election commissioners. And then last but not least, I think the international observers will at least allow people to go to this election, and the people can go to a polling station and vote for it. Al-Shabaab says that they're going to attack the election, so there are some concerns about security, but have no fear, because the United States government, Joe Biden, has entered into the foray. We have re-invaded Somalia. We got boots back on the ground in Somalia. So, shit. I guess the Biden bombs are just a couple hours, couple minutes, couple days away. So, I don't mind the international observers. I feel like America has to get out of this conflict. We had withdrew out of this conflict for 4 days. So, we got out of one war for 4 days. And that was actually a good thing Donald did. But Joe Biden's reinvaded. Just like he reinvaded Syria, he's going to try to get into Venezuela again, reinvade Palestine, reinvade Cameroon, hell, just reinvade everything, right? Just to make sure that the military occupations of the empire are complete. But I'm going to talk about that after this. So, yeah, I think the elections will go well in Somalia, but I'm a little worried. But, I don't know. If the president of Somalia is not worried, maybe none of us should be. But then he's sending, troops all over the place like they're just pawns and shit. He don't care about them troops. Yeah, you gotta vote for Omar Fiki. Somalia, do not re-elect President Mohamed. Go vote. Do not boycott this election. Ugh. My heart's in Somalia, so good luck February 8th, Somalia. You gotta do the elections. And you gotta get rid of President Mohamed. Alright. Peace.